welcome to another video in Mama's Recipes channel. Today we're gonna make my favorite dish, and it's chili. And what we'll do is we'll use few ingredients on the green side. So we have peppers, we have onion, we have garlic, and we have cilantro. We are going to use ground turkey, which is different from a lot of chiles which use beef, but this makes it light. So in Spice World, we're using just a bit of oregano, definitely the chile, and some salt and pepper. And then we have the crushed peeled tomatoes and of course the pinto beans. And for the last bit,
we got a soft red blend, but it can be any kind of just cheap red wine.
Right. So we are going to start cooking. As I said, the peppers I like to cut on the small side. You can see they're just about this size. And that is because I want them to be about the same size as the onion, so they cook fairly quickly together, and that makes it easier to control the softness of the veggies. That I like about the chile, which is I like about a lot of soupy foods that I cook, is that it lasts for several days. So I always cook for two unless we have company, and it's just me and my husband. So if on Sunday I cook a large pot of soup or moussaka, which I will show in a different video, we will have 2 to 3 days of meal. So you come home and you think to yourself, oh, I don't have to cook today. And because these dishes, including the chili, keep rather well in the fridge, at least 2 or 3 days, it's a very convenient kind of regime that we have established with the cooking. So now we're doing the cilantro, and I personally would like to have the stems in there. I know a lot of people only use the leaves and take the stems out, but I feel like there's a lot of flavor in the stems, and so I always get stems, leaves, everything in there. I also think that there's really good flavor that gets infused if you put maybe 2/3 of the cilantro to cook before you add beans and the tomatoes, but at the end you also sprinkle some on top. So this is our cilantro. It is ready. Can you get some olive oil?
Sure.
Start the cooking process.
Olive oil, olive oil.
Excellent. All right, so next thing we do is we put some olive oil and we heat up our pot. Okay, we are ready for the final stage. The other thing that's interesting, and I think I inherited this from my mom, is that every time I ask her, how are you gonna cook this? Her recipe is always a pinch of that, a dash of this, and a teacup of water, for example. And I always have a really hard time because I don't know what type of teacup she's using, what size it is. And so I feel like I have inherited from her the idea that I'm just gonna gauge it by how it looks. All right, stir, stir it. So as I said, once we put in the wine, we will leave it to simmer, not a big boil, for about 25 minutes. And I usually like to let it rest for about 15 minutes because once it's done and we turn off the stove, there's a bit of time for everything to rest. I'm not sure how else to say it, but I always find that that improves the taste. So we need 1 cup of red wine. You can choose any wine. Usually they say that you have to cook with a wine you will drink. I could probably drink this. So we're doing 1 cup, a little more. I like it. And that really integrates well with the chili. And now the job is to let it cook out the alcohol, and that will happen in 25 minutes. The important thing is to let it go for maybe 15 to 17 minutes without a lid. So you're letting the alcohol cook out, and then you can cover it for the ingredients to remain perfectly cooked. So let's say 15 minutes uncovered, and then another 10 minutes covered. And then you let it rest for 15. All right, we are going to wait. And in the meantime, we'll get some alcohol. Not for you. So it's been 15 minutes. We're going to stir our chili. And I actually gave it a stir, well, maybe half of the time. Give it a stir and then cover it, let it rest, let it cook, and then we'll let it rest. and we'll see you in 10 minutes. All right.
A few moments later.
Hey again, it's been 10 minutes and we're ready to turn the fire off. Now we're gonna let it rest for 10 minutes. I know it is excruciating. You gotta have patience, but it's good, better with the resting. So, lid closed, fire's turned off, and we're gonna wait for at least 10 minutes.
One eternity later.
Hi again. We managed to do 12 minutes, but now it's absolutely dishing time. So we go on. It looks beautiful. We love our chili with chips. Okay, final touches. We have a little cilantro we sprinkle on top. I like more. And I've already put my chips in and I'm ready. Did I say it's my favorite? Oh, this is amazing. Okay, we're gonna chow now. So this is how we cook chili.
Cheers.
We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining. If you like this one, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
What do you want, bud?